Have you ever looked at the news, scrolled through your feed, and just felt overwhelmed? Like the problems of the world are too big, too complex, too deeply rooted for any one person to truly make a difference? It's a heavy feeling, isn't it? A persistent whisper in the back of your mind that says, "What's the point? My efforts are just a drop in the ocean." We see the headlines screaming about climate catastrophes, economic inequalities widening, social injustices escalating, and political divides deepening to an almost unbridgeable chasm. The sheer scale of these challenges can be absolutely paralyzing, leaving us with a sense of helplessness. It makes you think, what can I possibly do? I'm just one person facing a mountain of global issues that seem to require an army, not an individual. This feeling, this pervasive sense of inadequacy in the face of immense global suffering and complexity, is a silent epidemic of our modern age. It can lead to apathy, to a withdrawal from engaging with the very issues that cry out for our attention.
If you have felt this way, you're definitely not alone. It's a feeling many of us share across all walks of life, from different corners of the globe. We witness these monumental challenges unfold before our eyes: the escalating climate crisis threatening our planet's future, the persistent grip of poverty on millions, systemic injustices that deny fundamental rights, and the ever-widening political division that tears at the very fabric of society. And the sheer scale of it all can indeed be profoundly paralyzing. It makes you pause, reflect, and then often retreat into a shell, thinking, what can I possibly do? I'm just one person, with my own daily struggles, my own responsibilities. How could I ever hope to move such colossal mountains? But what if that very thought, that feeling of insignificance, that quiet resignation, is actually the biggest hurdle we face? What if, buried deep beneath that overwhelm, beneath that heavy blanket of despair, lies a profound, liberating truth that, if embraced, can unlock an incredible, untapped potential within each of us? What if the key to unlocking true progress isn't about becoming a singular, all-powerful savior, but about recognizing the immense power within countless individuals, each contributing their unique spark?
Today, we're diving deep into a remarkably profound and practical statement by the brilliant philosopher, author, and activist Cornel West. A statement that, I believe, offers not just a glimmer of hope in these often dark times, but a clear, actionable path forward in a world that so frequently feels chaotic, overwhelming, and utterly beyond our control. It's a statement that cuts through the noise and gets right to the heart of what true agency means for each of us. Here's the powerful quote from Cornel West. "None of us alone can save the nation or world, but each of us can make a positive difference if we commit ourselves to do so." Let that sink in for a moment. Really let the weight and the wisdom of those words resonate with you. None of us alone can save the nation or world. That first part, it's a huge, almost palpable relief, isn't it? It instantly takes the crushing, impossible weight off our shoulders. We don't have to be superheroes. We don't have to possess extraordinary powers or single-handedly solve every single problem that plagues humanity. That's not the expectation. And frankly, it's not even within the realm of possibility for any one individual, no matter how brilliant, how well-intentioned, or how powerful they may be. The idea of a lone savior is a myth, a romanticized notion that can actually prevent genuine collective action because it places an unrealistic burden on a few while excusing the responsibility of the many.
The sheer enormity, the vast complexity, and the deeply interconnected nature of global issues fundamentally require collective action. They demand systemic change, often at multiple levels simultaneously. They call for the intricate and committed collaboration of countless individuals, a multitude of diverse organizations, and indeed, governments working in concert across borders. To think that one person could ever fix it all, could ever untangle every knot and mend every broken piece is not just unrealistic. It's a dangerous fantasy that can lead directly to burnout, profound disillusionment, and ultimately despair for those who attempt such an impossible feat. It traps us in a cycle of grand expectations and inevitable failure. But then comes the profound, transformative shift in perspective, the second, equally crucial part of Cornel West's incredibly insightful statement. But each of us can make a positive difference if we commit ourselves to do so. This, my friends, is where the true magic happens. This is where your individual power, a power so often underestimated, overlooked, and undervalued, truly comes into play. This is where we transition from passive observers to active participants. Think of it like this, a classic but powerful analogy. A single drop of water, alone, is just a drop. It's tiny, almost imperceptible. But countless drops, when united, when they combine their individual, seemingly insignificant forces, can form a mighty river. A river that can carve through ancient mountains, reshaping the very landscape. A river that can bring life and sustenance to arid lands, transforming deserts into lush oases. Your individual effort, no matter how small it feels in isolation, possesses the potential to contribute to something far, far greater than itself.
Your positive difference might not be a grand revolutionary act that makes international headlines. It might not be a sweeping policy change that shifts global dynamics overnight. And you know what? That's perfectly, absolutely okay. In fact, it's often the small, consistent, and intentional actions that, over time, accumulate into the most impactful and sustainable changes. Because the truth is, the most profound and lasting transformations in human history haven't erupted from singular cataclysmic events, but have quietly, steadily begun with a series of small, consistent, intentional actions taken by committed individuals. Think of how movements gain traction. It's one person, then another, then a small group, and suddenly the collective energy becomes undeniable. This isn't about striving for some unattainable perfection. It's not about becoming a saint or sacrificing your entire life to a single cause. No, it's about being present in your own life, being mindful of your impact, and being intentional in your choices. It's about committing yourself, even in seemingly small ways, to something beyond your immediate self-interest. It's about recognizing that your unique sphere of influence, however seemingly limited it may appear from your vantage point, whether it's your family, your neighborhood, your workplace, your online community, is very real and incredibly powerful. You are already an agent of change, whether you realize it or not, simply by existing and interacting with the world. The question is, what kind of change will you consciously choose to foster?
So, what does making a positive difference actually look like in your everyday life? How does this profound philosophical statement translate into practical, tangible actions that you can begin today, right where you are? Let's break it down, because it's far less intimidating and far more accessible than you might imagine. It's not about grand gestures, it's about mindful living. It could be as simple, yet as impactful, as being more mindful of your environmental footprint. This isn't about extreme asceticism, it's about conscious choices. Perhaps it's choosing to walk or bike instead of driving for short errands, reducing carbon emissions one trip at a time. Maybe it's making a conscious effort to reduce your household waste by composting, recycling diligently, and opting for reusable products over single-use plastics. Or perhaps it's supporting local businesses that are truly committed to sustainable practices, thereby incentivizing a more ethical and ecological economy. These seemingly small individual actions, when multiplied by millions of committed people worldwide, accumulate into a truly tangible, measurable impact on our planet's health. Imagine if every household made just one conscious change, the cumulative effect would be monumental. Or consider a different facet of impact: how you interact with the people around you in your daily life. This is where the profound power of human connection comes into play. Empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Kindness, in its myriad forms, from a simple smile to a helping hand. And active listening, which means truly hearing and valuing what another person is saying without judgment. These are not passive traits. They are not merely polite gestures. They are, in fact, incredibly powerful, transformative forces that can heal deep-seated divisions, foster genuine understanding across differences, and fundamentally build stronger, more resilient, and more compassionate communities, one interaction at a time. A genuine compliment, offered freely and sincerely. A helping hand extended to a stranger or a neighbor without any expectation of reciprocation. A moment truly spent listening, deeply and without interruption, to someone's story, their joys, their struggles, their perspective. These are the subtle yet incredibly strong threads that meticulously weave the intricate fabric of a compassionate and interconnected society. And you, in your daily interactions, in your conversations, in your presence, are constantly, perhaps unknowingly, weaving those very threads. Every act of kindness, every moment of empathy, every instance of genuine connection strengthens that fabric, making it more robust and more beautiful.
Perhaps your passion lies in a specific cause that ignites a fire within you. Maybe it's the profound importance of equitable education for all children, regardless of their background. Or perhaps it's advocating tirelessly for animal welfare and protecting vulnerable species. Or even raising crucial awareness and breaking down stigmas surrounding mental health. You might not be able to overhaul the entire educational system on your own, or single-handedly stop all animal cruelty globally, or solve the mental health crisis overnight. But you can volunteer your precious time at a local school, tutoring students or assisting teachers. You can donate what you can, even a small, consistent amount, to a reputable animal shelter or a mental health support organization. You can use your voice, your social media platforms, your conversations with friends and family to share accurate information, challenge misconceptions, and raise awareness within your own network. You can be a beacon of light and information within your own circle. Every single one of these actions, every conscious choice, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem in isolation, contributes meaningfully to a larger, ever-growing wave of positive change. It's the ripple effect in action, playing out in real time all around us. Your sincere commitment to a cause, your willingness to act, even in a minor way, often subtly yet powerfully inspires others. Your small act of kindness or advocacy creates a positive chain reaction, touching lives you may never even know about. Someone sees your effort and thinks, if they can do it, maybe I can too.
Think about the monumental historical movements that have profoundly shaped our world for the better. These weren't spontaneous eruptions driven by one heroic figure magically transforming society from on high. No, they began, almost invariably, with countless individuals, often ordinary people just like you and me, making the conscious, unwavering choice to commit themselves to a cause greater than their own immediate interests. These movements were built brick by brick, act by act, conversation by conversation. From the fiercely fought battles of the civil rights movement, where ordinary men and women risked everything for equality, to the grassroots efforts of environmental activism that are tirelessly working to protect our planet. These colossal changes were not born of singular genius or grand pronouncements. They were fueled by countless, small, yet incredibly significant acts of courage, acts of unwavering perseverance, and an unshakable, unwavering commitment from people who understood, fundamentally, that while they might not be able to do everything, they absolutely could do something. And it was in that collective something that true power resided.
So this brings us to a crucial question for each of us. How do we actively cultivate this deep, enduring commitment within ourselves? How do we purposefully transition from feeling utterly overwhelmed and helpless to feeling genuinely empowered and capable of creating meaningful change? It's a journey, not a destination, but there are clear steps. First, and this is foundational, it starts with honest introspection. Take a moment to truly look within. What are the issues, the injustices, the suffering in the world that truly resonate with your soul? What stirs a genuine passion within you? Where do your deepest values align most strongly with the urgent needs of the world? Don't feel pressured to tackle every single problem that exists. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, focus your energy, your passion, and your time on what genuinely moves you, what keeps you up at night, what makes your heart ache for a better way. When you connect with a cause on a deep, personal level, your commitment will be authentic and sustainable. Second, and equally vital, educate yourself. Knowledge is not just power, it's the compass that guides effective action. Understanding the intricate nuances of an issue, delving into its root causes, exploring the various perspectives surrounding it, and researching potential solutions can profoundly transform a vague, abstract desire to help into a concrete, actionable plan. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, engage with experts, and seek out diverse viewpoints. The more informed you are, the more strategic and impactful your efforts will be. Your commitment grows stronger when it's rooted in understanding, not just emotion. Third, and this is perhaps the most liberating step, start small. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for a grand opportunity to present itself. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to launch a massive initiative right away. Begin with one small, manageable step. It could be initiating a thoughtful, respectful conversation with a friend about a topic you care about, sparking awareness. It might be implementing a simple lifestyle change that aligns with your values, like reducing your plastic consumption. It could be a single intentional act of kindness that brightens someone's day. The beauty of starting small is that momentum builds from there. One small success fuels the next, and before you know it, you've embarked on a journey of continuous positive impact. Micro actions lead to macro results.
And fourth, and perhaps most crucially for long-term impact and personal well-being, connect with others. Remember Cornel West's profound words, "None of us alone. We are undeniably stronger together." Seek out and actively find communities, whether they are online forums, local volunteer groups, advocacy organizations, or simply a group of like-minded friends who share your values and goals. Collaborate, share ideas, offer support, celebrate small victories, and learn from challenges together. The collective energy of a group, even a small one, amplifies individual efforts exponentially. It provides encouragement, accountability, and a sense of shared purpose that can sustain you through difficult times. Building these connections transforms individual ripples into collective waves. Imagine for a moment millions of people across every continent, from every background, each making their unique, authentic, positive difference, driven by a shared, unwavering commitment to building a better, more just, and more compassionate world. That's not just some utopian dream. It's a powerful, achievable reality. It's the cumulative power of billions of conscious choices leading to systemic, lasting change. So, I challenge you, right here, right now. Don't let the sheer magnitude of global challenges paralyze you, holding you captive in a state of inaction. Don't fall into the insidious trap of thinking you're too small, too insignificant, or too inconsequential to matter. Because you're not. You are absolutely not. You are a vital, indispensable piece of the intricate, complex puzzle of humanity. You are a potential ripple, imbued with the power to create movement, waiting to spread outwards and touch lives beyond your immediate vicinity. Your commitment, Your individual actions, your daily choices, no matter how small they seem, they are the genesis. They create the initial, subtle ripples in the vast ocean of human experience. And those ripples, when they meet other ripples, when they combine their energy and purpose, can indeed become a powerful, undeniable wave of change. A wave that can sweep away old injustices, usher in new possibilities, and create a positive difference not just for your immediate community, not just for your nation, but for the entire world.
So I ask you one final profound question. What will your positive difference be? How will you commit yourself today, this very moment, to beginning that ripple? The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Let's make some waves together. What's one small, actionable step you can take today to start making a positive difference in your sphere of influence? Share your ideas, your commitments, your hopes, and your challenges in the comments below. Let's build a community of committed changemakers right here. And if this video resonated deeply with you, if it sparked a flicker of hope or a surge of motivation, please hit that like button. Subscribe to Inspire Today so you don't miss any of our empowering messages, and definitely ring that notification bell so you're always the first to know when we release new content. Your engagement helps us reach more people and spread this vital message. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and for being a part of this journey towards a better world. Until next time, stay deeply inspired. Keep your commitment strong and never stop making that invaluable difference, one ripple at a time.